Hello folks, it's Gameplay Horizon here and welcome back to my channel. If you think outside the box by watching the gameplay on how Sorvaley works in the game, then you will probably think she is best in tandem with Anpu, and that is 100% correct. If you read her skills descriptions, she is summoning deer spirits, right? But for me, if Anpu is present in your team together with Sorvaley and other summoner teams, those summoned units and deer spirits are actually bombs. If you think that way, then it is easy for you to understand how the summoner team works, especially the new heroes Sorvaley and Anpu. All I can see are walking landmines or kamikaze bombs in the arena if I use the summoner team together with Anpu. Here is my PvP equipment for Anpu. Light gap set plus accuracy set with % attack on helmet, gloves, and boots. I don't need an accuracy helmet anymore because I already have the accuracy of my summoner class guild technology. It would be best also to use gears with HP, accuracy, or attack substats and balance the stats of your Anpu. It is highly recommended to make Anpu to EX30, and for those who followed my guide on Anpu, then congratulations. These are my gears for Daniel. Still light gap set and hero set with % attack on gloves, helmet, and boots. If you always watch my videos, in the past or that was last 3 weeks ago, I mentioned there to farm more light gap equipment. Light gap is very important for heroes that have crowd control skills, and always remember that. But you have also the option not to follow my guide. My equipment for Sorvaley are light gap equipment plus accuracy set 2. % HP on gloves, helmet, and boots. You can also use damage reduction boots for Sorvaley if and only if the enemy has the hero Luke. Sorvaley is already juicy enough at EX20, and she is an attack booster of Anpu, making her deers a kamikaze bomb or landmines. This is my equipment for Oisa. Still light gap set with vigorous set of equipment. It has % HP on gloves, helmet, and boots. It is also good to use damage reduction on boots, but for me, HP has more weight on her because she already has high defense and has defensive abilities or skills. Do not underestimate Oisa, and if you have a doubt, just try her. I made a video of her using Anpu in the past, and please check the end screen video. This is my equipment for Skewer and Hattie. Light gap set with vigorous set with % attack on gloves and helmet while damage reduction on boots. I used vigorous set because I made Skewer as a tank or a frontliner in the arena, same role with Daniel. Skewer should survive a little longer so that she can cast buffs to allies. The only task of Skewer is to buff allies and deal some AoE damage. And last, these are my equipment for Muka. Gluttony set with defense set. It has % HP on gloves and helmet while damage reduction on boots. Muka is a low-tier hero, and his defense and damage reduction should be boosted in order for him to be tanky and to stay a little longer in the game. I used a gluttony set in order for him to cast common skills a little faster so that more mini wolves can be summoned in a short amount of time. So, do you want to see some proof of how beautiful these heroes are? Let's try the economical lineup first. This kind of hero composition is excellent for players who are low spenders or free-to-play. Use Oisa, Muka, Anpu, Daniel, and Sorvaley. Use the equipment build that I've provided, and only Anpu and Daniel are in EX30 while the rest are just in EX20. Oisa is so sweet here because when the battle commences, she can immediately knock down enemies in the front row for 1 second. It would be best to use +1 all skills on Daniel, and believe me, Daniel will become tanky and he will stay longer in the battle. His summoned Jaguar is a sacrificial lamb, and the more HP the Jaguar has, the more tanky will Daniel be. Use the divine prototype Astral Strike so that somehow Oisa will have a chance to stun enemies after 2 basic attacks. If you like my videos, please help this channel improve by subscribing. Thank you. This lineup is best to counter a strong hero composition with Res. It is a battle of Res versus Res. This lineup are all SS heroes. All of my heroes here are in EX30 except for the hero Sorvaley, which is in EX20. Skewer and Hattie is your buffer here, which enhances the defense and attack of all allied units. As I said, Daniel can be a tank too, and +1 all-skill Daniel is very sweet for him to stay longer in the game. The only crowd control heroes here are Daniel and Anpu. If I were to ask, it is better to use Oisa and Muka instead of Rez and Skewer and Hattie. Your team will be considered strong if and only if it does not need a support hero. If your lineup has no hero support, then that lineup is independent and it can be used in any PvP game modes. Please take note that in the regular arena, the rewards are common or not that special. I would suggest focusing on the Galactic or Summit Arena hero composition, in which you need to build 3 teams consisting of 5 heroes for each team. And I repeat, do not focus on regular arena hero composition or 5-hero team composition. Anyway, it is just my opinion, and you have the option not to follow my guide. I also have a handicapped hero composition after this video, and the equipment of it is quite different. If you have spare time, please watch it, and my friend called it a forbidden build. You can see this at 6:34 second mark. Until then, and thank you.